Hi, my name is Saran Kumar. Welcome to my channel, The Excelism. Friends, in this video, I'm going to talk about the formula which can calculate the income tax. I've taken the scenario of India for the assessment year 2021. Of course, the same method can be applied globally for different countries. Once you know the procedure, methodology, the same you can adopt for any country if it is having the slab method. If taxable income is less than 2,50,000, then the rate for that slab is 0%. If the taxable income is between 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, then the slab rate is 5%. If it is greater than 5 lakh but less than 10 lakh, then the slab rate is 20%. If the taxable income is more than 10 lakhs, then the slab rate is 30%. So if any person is having less than 2,50,000 as a taxable income, he need not to pay any income tax. If it is between 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, he need to pay excess than 2,50,000 5%. Let's say if we cross this slab, then maximum for this slab is 12,500 because 2,50,000 into 5%. If any person between 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 12,500 you need to pay plus additional excess than 5 lakh he need to pay 20%. Let's say if taxable income is even crossing this slab. For this slab it is 1 lakh because difference between 10 lakh minus 5 lakh is 5 lakh. On 5 lakh 20% is 1 lakh. So if any person crosses even this slab, so he has to pay 12,500, 1 lakh. So total 1 lakh 12,500 plus that excess than 10 lakh you need to pay 30%. That is the way we need to calculate the income tax. Let us try to keep this entire logic into a single formula. As you all know in MS Excel, the very important logical function is if function. By using if function, I will try to solve this. Let me keep the cursor here. Equal to if. Look into the syntax. There are simple three arguments. What is the logical test? Value if true. If the logical test answer is false, what is the value Excel is going to provide? So logical test means that must always give the result either true or false. In this case, let me start from the bottom condition. Whenever you want to use the if function, you can use in two ways. Either you can start with the top condition or bottom condition. In this case, let me start from the bottom. Take this. If taxable income is less than or equal to 2,50,000, if the result of this logical test is true, then my answer is 0. If not means this logical test result is false. When this is false, if it is not less than or equal to 2,50,000, means it is greater than 2,50,000. If it is greater than 2,50,000, do I have a direct answer? No. Because if it is greater than 2,50,000, it can be greater than even 5 lakh. It can be even greater than 10 lakh. So I should ask one more question. So one more condition is there. Let's put if function. Again, this we call it as a nested if function because as an argument of the first if function, I am writing one more if function. Nested function means as an argument of one function, if you are using another function, that becomes the nested. So what is the second if function logical test? Now I should ask the question, cross check, is it less than or equal to 5 lakh? Why I am asking 5 lakh? Because I am here because it is greater than 2,50,000. Now, if it is less than or equal to 5 lakh means it is between 2,50,000 to 5 lakh. So if it is between these two figures, then I should charge 5% excess than 2,50,000. So taxable income minus 2,50,000 into 5%, right? Comma. Now what I am trying to write, I am writing here the third argument of the second if function, which is part of the third argument of the first if function, right? Now I need to write the false value. What is the false value? If the taxable income is not less than or equal to 5 lakh, means if it is greater than 5 lakh. If it is greater than 5 lakh, I should ask one more question. Is it less than 10 lakhs or not? So Let's put one more if function. Now I am writing the third argument of the second if function, which is part of third argument of my first if function. Why I am stretching more the arguments here? Because if you know the syntax, how to apply, you will never go wrong with the formula, right? So what is the logical test? Now let me ask the question. Is the taxable income less than or equal to 10 lakh? If it is, then what is my answer? If it is less than or equal to 10 lakhs means it is between 5 lakh to 10 lakh. If it is between 5 lakh to 10 lakh, I should charge 12,500, right? So let me take this plus excess than 5 lakh. So taxable income minus 5 lakh into 20%, right? Because if it is between 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it is 20%, comma. Value if false. That means if this logical test result is false, then what is the answer you are going to display? If this logical test means if taxable income is less than or equal to 10 lakh, false means not less than or equal to 10 lakh, means greater than 10 lakh. If it is greater than 10 lakh, I have a direct answer. If it is greater than 10 lakh, 1 lakh 12,500, right? So this plus this plus whatever the excess than 10 lakhs on the taxable income, this minus 10 lakh into 30%. 30%. Now I need to complete this if function. If you observe, my syntax is exactly below the third if function. And it is highlighting the third argument in the bold because I am entering the third argument. Once I keep close bracket, immediately this syntax will go and sit below the second if function because this function is complete. Check it out. Very logical the Excel is. Now third argument of the second if function is also over. Once I keep the close bracket, it will go and sit under the first if function. My first if function third argument is also over. Now if I close bracket, the syntax will disappear. That means it is an indication that you completed your formula. If I enter, I'll get my answer. It is 62,500. Check it out by changing the figures here. Let me put 5 lakh here. Let me put 10 lakh. Let me put 3 lakh and so on. Now let me put finally 7,50,000. Friends, this is a method you can start from the bottom condition. Of course, I can get the same result if I use the second method using from the top condition. So let me insert a new row. To insert the new row, I have selected the entire row by using a shortcut combination Shift plus space. Then I used Control plus from the keyboard. Control plus means insert. Now this is method 1. Copy paste. Let me change this as a method 2. This is a very simple thing. The same if function. Now let me look from the top condition equal to if. Cross check whether this taxable income is greater than or equal to 10 lakh. Greater than 10 lakh. If it is, I have a direct answer. That is this plus excess than 10 lakhs, this minus 10 lakh into 30%. If not, that means it's not greater than 10 lakhs. That means it is less than 10 lakhs. If it is less than 10 lakhs, do I have a direct answer? No. I should ask one more question. Is it greater than 5 lakhs? Let's put one more if function. Cross check whether this taxable income is greater than 5 lakh. If it is greater than 5 lakh means it is between 5 lakh to 10 lakh. If it is between 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 12,500 plus excess than 5 lakh, we need to charge 20%. So this minus 5 lakh into 20%, right? Comma. value if false. That means if it is not greater than 5 lakh. If it is not greater than 5 lakh, that means it is less than 5 lakh. If it is less than 5 lakh, do I have a direct answer to enter? No. I should ask one more last question. Cross check whether this taxable income is greater than 2,50,000. If it is, that means it is between 2,50,000 to 5 lakh. Then simple excess than 2,50,000 on which I need to charge at the rate 5%, comma, value if false. If it is not greater than 2,50,000 means it is less than 2,50,000. It's very simple. If it is less than or equal to 2,50,000, I need to charge 0. I'm writing now third argument of the third if function, which is part of third argument of the second if function, which is still part of third argument of my first if function. If you understand the syntax language, any formula you can solve in a very simplest way. Let me close my third if function. Very logically, this syntax will go on set below the second if function. Have a look. Now this is also over. Close it. This is also over. Close it. Always your first if function will come with a parenthesis in a black color. If you observe, the last bracket must be always in a black color. Here also this is in a black color. Now if I enter, it has to be the same answer. Both are same, but approach is different. Let me also solve this in a third method by using the ifs function. Do you know in Excel there is a function called ifs? In Office 365, they introduced this function. Of course, it is also part of Microsoft version 2019. Ifs function you can find from here. Go to the formulas tab. Go to the logical. This is the function. Checks whether one or more conditions are met and returns a value corresponding to the first true condition. I can exactly use this function in this case because if one condition is met, immediately I can have a true answer. Again, I'll check for second condition. If it is true, then what is the answer and so on. Again, in the ifs function, you can start either with the bottom condition or top condition. Let me start with the bottom condition equal to ifs. In the ifs function, n number of arguments are there. How do you know that? Because there is a dot 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 at the end of the syntax. N number of conditions you can keep it. Of course, it doesn't mean it is infinity. In any function where you have in the syntax dot dot dot, that means maximum number you can enter 255 arguments. What is the first logical test? Simple. Cross check. Is it less than or equal to 2,50,000? If it is, I have a direct answer 0. If not, what is the next condition? Cross check. I need not to write if function now because it is directly asking me the logical test 2. Cross check. Is it less than or equal to 5 lakh? If it is less than or equal to 5 lakh means I am into this bracket. So whatever excess than 2,50,000, I need to charge 5%, right? If not, that means what is a new condition? Third condition. My third condition is cross check. Is it less than or equal to 10 lakh? If it is, that means I am into this third bracket. If I am into third bracket, this plus excess than 5 lakh into 20%, comma, logical test 4. Logical test 4 is if any of these three conditions are not satisfied, I need to have 30%. That means 1,12,500 plus excess than 10 lakh must be 30%, right? So if that is the case, I need not to write one more condition here. Simply I can write true because whatever it is, I want the answer is nothing but 12,500 plus this plus excess than 10 lakhs, this minus 10 lakh into 30%. Now close bracket because it's only one function. My syntax disappeared. Check it out. Now my syntax is there below ifs function. You know how to decode this? This is the logical test. If the result is true, I want the answer 0. If not, I'll ask Excel to cross check one more logical test. If the result is true, I want 5% excess than 2,50,000. This is the third logical test. If this is true, I want this value. This is the fourth logical test. If this is true, I want this value. Why I kept here true? Because either you can ask the Excel cross check, is it greater than or equal to 10 lakh, or else if any of these conditions are not satisfied, this is what my answer. Anything is fine. Now let me close bracket, enter. Same answer. No surprise because my formula is correct. Let's look into the fourth case study. Exactly same. But I need to now start from the top condition. I'll go a little faster because it is exactly the same function. Cross check. Is it greater than 10 lakh? If it is, simple. This plus this plus excess than 10 lakhs. This minus 10 lakh into 30%. If not, that means second logical test. Cross check whether the taxable income now is it greater than 5 lakh. If S 12,500 plus excess than 5 lakh, this minus 5 lakh into 20%. If not, I'm going to have one more logical test. Cross check. Is it greater than 2,50,000? If it is, whatever excess than 2,50,000, I should charge 5%. If not, whatever the final result, true is 0. Close if function, enter. If you change this value, all the values will change automatically. Check it out. 10,25,000, right? Or else 13,50,000, or else just 1,25,000. Wonderful, right? But then all these methods, there is much more simplest method which I'm going to introduce as the fifth method. Generally people may not think in this way. This is the bonus in this video. Whoever missed it till here, they are missing one of the very important aspect. This method is basically using the max function equal to max, because the maximum out of the tax slabs value he need to get it, right? Either he has to get 0 when if his taxable income is less than 2,50,000, or his answer must be excess than 2,50,000 minus 2,50,000 into 5%, when this answer has to come if taxable income is between 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, or this plus excess than 5 lakh into 20%, or if it is greater than or equal to 10 lakh, this plus this plus excess than 10 lakhs, this minus 10 lakh into 30%. Close bracket. I think my function is over. A very simple function. What max function does, it gives us the maximum value out of the values which we enter as arguments. Here I have entered 4 arguments. One is 0. The other one is excess than 2,50,000 into 5%. The other one is 12,500 plus excess than 5 lakh into 20%. The last one is 1,12,500 plus excess than 10 lakhs into 30%. Now if you enter, exactly it picks up the correct answer. What is the logic in the case of last function which I have written? The logic is very simple. Tax must be always bigger than all the slabs. Let's say if it is less than 2,50,000, my answer is 0. What is the answer in this case? Can anyone tell? Something less than 2,50,000 minus 2,50,000 means I'll get the negative value. This is much bigger negative value. This is much more bigger negative value, because less than 2,50,000 value minus 10 lakh is a negative value. Let's say if it is between 2,50,000 to 5 lakh. I'll get 0. I'll get some positive value between 0 to 12,500. This is a negative value because B1 minus 5 lakh means this is less than 5 lakh. So less than 5 lakh minus 5 lakh is something negative. Then this is also a negative value, or maybe lesser than 12,500, right? Now if it is between 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 0, some small value, because for which also I calculate only 5%, ideally I should calculate 20%, then this is little bigger value, this is the smallest value. If it is greater than 10 lakh, 0, then this is little high value than 0. This is little more high than second value, and this is the highest value. If I enter, it is taking the maximum value out of all the conditions. I feel the last method is the best method because the formula looking very simple. Many people doesn't even know this method. That's the reason I'm covering here. Now, just for looking the formula, there's a formula text. There's a function introduced in 2013 version. You can just select this. You can see the length of the formula. Let me copy paste down. Let me zoom less because it went outside my screen. Check it out. This is the smallest one comparatively these four. Of course, people habituated with the function, it's always good to know this function. That's all in this video, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. If you like these videos, I request you to subscribe my channel and click the thumb button. Bye bye. See you in the next video.